Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the regular board meeting December 19th, 2023. At this time, I'll ask the City Clerk, Beth Davis, to please call the roll.
Commissioner Pam Smithroyd.
Here.
Commissioner Sharon Neesmith.
Here.
Mayor Tom Watson.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Mark Caslen.
Here.
Commissioner Bob Glenn.
Here.
Thank you. This time, we'll have the invocation and the pledge by Commissioner Pam Smithroyd. Please stand if you're able.
Would you please pray with me? Jesus, you were born in a small town. You grew up under authority of local leaders and officials who managed the majority of your daily life. I lift up our local leaders today. I pray for our mayor, commissioners, city manager, police, judges, our men and women in service, and all who serve our local community. Strengthen us with your wisdom and grace for the heavy burden we carry. May we manage our projects with love, keep our hearts pure and our eyes turned toward your face as we work in the best interest of the people we are called to serve. Let us always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is an award for the Cap Gardner Employee of the Year Award, which is probably one of my favorite awards that I have the opportunity to present. If you allow me to read a little synopsis here. Casper Garden was the mayor of Owensboro from 1954 to 1958. He was a U.S. Navy World War II veteran, a dedicated public employee, community figure, and a loving family man. The Cap Gardner Employee of the Year Award was initiated in 2007 to honor the exemplary City of Owensboro employee. This is the 17th consecutive year that we will honor a city employee with this distinction. Every year, our committee, comprised of a professional member of our community, a member of the Neighborhood Alliance, and a member of the Rotary Club, reviews nominations submitted by their peers and supervisors of deserving employees. Along with an award, the recipient will have their name placed on a permanent memorial in Cap Gardner Park located at 20th and J.R. Miller Boulevard. Here's an excerpt from the winner's nomination form. The nominee began her career with the City of Owensboro as a summer employee in the beautification department, where she was quickly offered a full-time job based on her work performance, reliability, skills, and willingness to work in a tough outdoor environment. The nominee worked as a crew leader at the Sports Center from 2001 to 2016, before jumping at the opportunity to learn new skills and the challenge of becoming an assistant green superintendent at Hillcrest Golf Course. She never shies away from a task and can always be counted on to offer assistance. Her knowledge, dependability, demeanor, and flexibility make her an excellent employee and a silent leader within the Parks Department. She keeps her head down, foot on the gas, and gets the job done right. She is very deserving of this recognition for her tireless years of service, of her excellent service to our community. The winner of the 2023 Cap Gardner Employee of the Year Award has been with the city for 22 years and has spent the last 7 as Assistant Green Superintendent at Hillcrest Golf Course. Congratulations, Ms. Amber Schrecker. Proud to have you as an employee. Come forward. We have a couple of retirement recognitions. I don't know why anybody would want to leave working for this city government like we have, but Tammy Harrington, she's not here tonight, but I'll read this synopsis of her. Tammy Harrington began her career as a telecommunicator with the city of Owensboro in 2001. On the morning of January 15, 2015, a winter storm had moved into the area overnight, making roads extremely hazardous. Owensboro Davis County Central Dispatch received an influx of both emergency and non-emergency calls for help. Harrington arrived early for her shift, as she routinely does, immediately and without being asked, logged into her position and started helping third shifts answering calls for help. This is just one example of Harrington's commitment to Central Dispatch, her co-workers, as well as the citizens of Daviess County. Tammy has received no less than 8 performance notices since 2011. She has always shown true commitment to her career and consistently worked in partnership with our community to enhance the quality of life for the city and county while maintaining order and striving to protect the people that she serves. Harrington's dedication to duty did not go unnoticed, and her actions cast a positive reflection on herself as well as the members of the Owensboro Davis County Central Dispatch. She's not here tonight, but we're going to give her a hand anyway. The next recipient is David Taylor. Where's David? Come on up here, David. I know you, don't I? David began employment with the City of Owensboro as a part-time property maintenance inspector in May of 2018. David was instrumental in clearing the backlog of more than 200 open, tall grass, and junk trash complaints. Woo, what a job. He demonstrated the affinity for working through the complaint process and getting the issues resolved in a timely manner. David came on as a full-time property maintenance inspector on October the 1st, 2018, and continued to provide excellence in response to property maintenance complaints. To date, he has been directly involved in more than 3,500 property maintenance cases, resulting in over 1,500 notices of violation, and always ready to take the needed action to get the job done quickly and professionally. Thank you, David, for your concern and extra effort to make a difference in our community. How can we do this without dropping the mic?
If you didn't hear that, I'm recognizing my wife, Gayla. She's been in the office with me for 7 years, and she actually got me the job, so it works out good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, save me a seat, will you?
They don't know what's next on the agenda.
Yeah, they don't. Okay, next item on the agenda is item 4C, snow routes or routes, however you want to look at it. Jake Troglin, street manager. Good job, Joe. Commissioner Glenn. Good job.
Hey,
Snow routes.
what can we say? Good evening, Mayor, Commission. I'm Jake Troglin, Street Manager with the City of Owensboro down at 1410 West 5th Street. And I'm here tonight to do a brief analysis of our snow removal and snow removal process. Back on November the 2nd, we started training with classroom and hands-on training with a course we set up at Ben Hall's golf course. We train people from several divisions, including street, sanitation, grounds, buildings, garage, and transit. The street department goes out and makes dry runs over the snow routes that they have been assigned to, checking for manholes and other hazards in the roadway that can cause damage to the plows. We also place new drivers with seasoned drivers to help them get acquainted with the routes they are assigned to. In the spring and the fall, the garage goes over all snow equipment, inspecting, servicing, and doing any repairs that are needed. The garage evaluates stock and orders any supplies that are needed throughout the year. We keep our stock of salt and calcium full throughout the winter months, replenishing when needed. The equipment we have 6 tandem axle dump trucks, 2 single axle dump trucks, 3 brine trucks, 3 backhoes with plows, and 1 loader. The street department has 6 snow routes covering 132 miles of priority 1s and 2s. The routes are set up with the following in mind: police and fire stations, medical facilities, ambulance service, public utilities, transit routes, and large employers. Our response varies through the amount of snow and ice we get. For example, a light snow of 1 to 3 inches, we would salt all priority 1 and 2s. A medium snow being 3 to 5 inches, we would salt and plow all priority 1s and 2s. We keep about 12,000 gallons of salt brine stored on our lot at all times. It takes about 8 hours and 3 trucks to brine all the snow routes. Brine can be applied up to 72 hours before an event. Road temps must be 15 degrees and above to apply the salt brine. And we normally do not apply salt brine when it's going to rain before the snow event due to it being washed away. During a snow event, we keep about 2,500 tons of salt in storage, about 6,000 gallons of calcium chloride, and each snow route takes about 4 hours to salt, using about 80 tons per round for the 6 assigned routes. And that is all I have. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions? Mr. Castleton.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah.
I was wondering, as far as, Mr. Trogdon, as far as your equipment, is all of that, do you have plenty of equipment, or are you a little bit short on it? What's the scenario there?
The 6 routes obviously take 6 trucks, and we have 2 tandem trucks on standby and an additional single axle truck for backup. So we have 3 dump trucks for backups during an event. We have 4 backhoes, but we only have 3 push plows, and typically those are used for parking lots such as Sports Center, Convention Center. But yes, we have plenty of equipment, good equipment. The Public Works Manager and Deputy Director, they keep us in good equipment.
Plenty of employees to run the equipment, and
We're almost fully staffed right now. We're lean on experience, but we have a core group that helps us learn the new hires to the routes assigned. Yes.
do you guys ever contract with independent contractors or anything like that?
Not since I've been here.
Okay. Yeah, I see your truck going between cars there. I've helped my son. He has a snow removal business also, and that can be challenging when your trucks are going through 2 lanes of cars like that. That's especially at 3 in the morning and it's snowing hard, you know.
Mm-hmm. Typically, we try to get those routes down to those. We've got 2 or 3 smaller trucks, and those routes that are more narrow, that we assign those smaller trucks to those routes.
Okay. Well, thanks for the good job you do, and wish you the best of luck this winter and hope it's a safe one.
Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Yes, my question is the cycle of equipment. I'm sorry. Thank you. The cycle of equipment, I know we can attach a plow to, existing equipment like a sanitation truck, but do we have, how often do we replace the trucks for the vehicles?
I'm not sure the exact time frame on the replacement plan. Public Works Director could answer that, but when that time comes up, we look at it and deem it whether or not we should replace it. Unfortunately, that salt wears on those vehicles pretty harshly. So usually when it's time to replace, it's getting replaced because of the salt issues.
And the last question I have is the salt. I know you keep your salt supply off 7th Street. We've had relatively temperate winters the last few years. We haven't really had a lot of big super, snow events. Are we able to, I know this sounds kind of dumb, can we keep salt for more than one winter, or do we have to replenish the whole supply at the end of the winter?
No, there's probably some salt in there from several winters ago. Usually after an event, the loader has scales in it, so we see how much is going out. We tally that up after each event. And they typically, Kevin or Stephen will order whatever salt we use. They'll go ahead and order it and get in line over there at Mulzer to get some more salt delivered.
Thank you for your great work. And
Thank
your
you.
crew's great work. Thank you, and thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, city project list. City Manager Nate Pagan.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor.
Well,
The project list is in your packet. I know you've had a chance to review that. Just one comment specifically for me is regarding the Cravens Pool project. I've had a question or two over the last month about the status of that project, with the insinuation that we're not doing it or slow walking that project or delaying it unnecessarily. That's not the case. That we do anticipate the Cravens Pool opening for this season. So the contract has been awarded, the bid's been awarded, the contract has been signed, those parts and equipment are on order, and so we anticipate work starting in January. We have an estimated completion date of May 24th, and if we stay on that schedule, then we would be able to open then that weekend, which is Memorial Day, and so we would be able to open for the 2024 season. So that is our intention and schedule as of now. So just wanted to dispel those rumors that you may be hearing about the status of that project. That's really my only specific comment. Otherwise, happy to answer any questions you might have.
any questions from the dais? Mr. Glenn.
So this is just a use question. So Ben Haas Park It appears that the restrooms are locked during the day in the middle of the week. Is there any particular reason for that? Because I saw people trying to use the playground in that area, and I'm thinking if they had to use the facilities, they were out of luck.
Was that recently?
Yeah, it was like within the last 10 days.
So I know most of our restrooms are not heated, so they're winterized, so the pipes don't flood. So it's a seasonal amenity essentially.
So are they shut down for the entire
Yes,
winter?
they are.
Okay.
They are winterized by our facilities department, typically in late October, early November, depending on the weather. But all of those bathrooms do not have heat in the mechanical areas, and so they're winterized.
Okay. Well, that's kind of what I thought, but I wanted an answer to give to a constituent. So thank you, sir, and thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Any other comments about the project list? Okay. We'll move on to item 5A, consider approval of minutes dated December 5th, 2023. I'll make a motion to approve these minutes. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion, additions, or deletions? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 5B, consider these board appointments, please. Grad Regional Transportation Committee, reappoint Kevin Culligan to a one-year term effective January the 1st, 2024. Greater Owensboro Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, appoint Pamela Smith-Wright to a one-year term effective January the 1st, 2024. Owensboro Human Relations Commission, reappoint Isis Crocker and Charles Mountjoy to a three-year term effective January the 1st, 2024. Ambulance Contracting Authority, we appoint John Gleason to a four-year term effective January the 1st, 2024. Appoint Ted Johnston to fill the remainder of an unexpired term which ends December 31st, 2025, replacing Richard Peach. Owensboro City Utility Commission, reappoint Susie Lamar and Dr. Tom Maddox to a three-year term effective January the 8th, 2024. Owensboro Planning and Metropolitan Commission, reappoint Skylar Stewart and Bill Weichel to a four-year term effective January the 1st, 2024. The city's Employee Pension Board closed. Reappoint Lynn Holland to a four-year term effective January the 7th, 2024. And the Owensboro Tourist and Convention Commission, appoint Tim Ross and Whitney McFarland to three-year terms January the 1st, 2024. Appoint Andrea Binky and Eric Farmer to a two-year terms effective January the 1st, 2024, and appoint Ashton Redmond, Brandon Dukes, and Steve Johnson to a one-year terms effective January the 1st, 2024. I'll make a motion to approve these appointments. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Do you want to talk about the tourist thing at all?
I can, if you like.
What?
So this is the first time that we've filled out the appointments to the City Tourist Commission, as we generally refer to it. That, as you may recall, is a requirement for the transient room tax that we initiated about a year ago now. And so now that those funds are coming in, it was time for us to appoint the board members. And so we're just appointing them pursuant to the statute. It is some restrictions on the makeup of that board, has hotel reps, has restaurant reps, and things of that nature, but it is being appointed pursuant to the statute and our ordinance.
Thank you. I appreciate that explanation because I'd forgotten all those little terms that we had to go by to get those people. It took us a little while, but we've got good appointments now. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 6, we have no second readings today. Item 7, ordinance, first reading, no vote. Ms. Davis.
Ordinance 1-2024, an ordinance of the City of Owensboro, Kentucky, providing for the creation and sale of a franchise for the privilege of distributing and selling electricity on, above, along, and below public right-of-way within the City of Owensboro, Kentucky, for a term of 10 years, in consideration for which the successful franchisee shall pay to the city an annual sum equal to a minimum of 3% of the gross revenues derived from the franchise awarded herein, and further establishing a process by which the successful franchisee shall be permitted to excavate, disturb, and restore public right-of-way within the city in order to construct, install, maintain, and or repair its electrical distribution system, fixtures, and other infrastructure on terms and conditions set forth herein, and further establishing a bid procedure for the award of said franchise to the successful bidder, introduced and publicly read on first reading this 19th day of December, 2023.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, sir, Mayor, do
City
have
manager.
a quick explanation. The state constitution authorizes the city to have franchise agreements with companies who use city right-of-way for their business. Our current electrical system franchise began in 2013 for a 10-year term, so it expires at the end of 2023. This ordinance creates a new electrical distribution service franchise, which we will advertise, and after receiving bids, we'll bring those bids back to a future Board of Commissioners meeting to be awarded. This franchise is for electrical service areas of the city that are outside the OMU service territory. As a municipal utility, OMU is exempt from the franchise process. So on a practical level, Kenergy is the only bidder since they own the poles and the utilities that are outside the OMU territory. However, state law does require that we still bid it, even though they are in effect the only possible bidder. The only way another company could bid is if they were to purchase all of Kenergy's infrastructure and then own the poles and the lines and everything of that nature, but we still have to bid it. So you might remember that we also followed the same process for a new natural gas franchise earlier this year. That Atmos agreement was for a 20-year term, and this ordinance calls for a 10-year term for the electrical service. However, other than this difference in length, for a 20-year versus 10-year term, the terms of this electrical service franchise are the same as the natural gas franchise you approved earlier this year.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, we'll go to municipal orders. There are none. City manager items.
First, Mayor Angela Waninger will present the November financial report.
Ms. Waniger.
Thank you, Mayor. We got to that a little quicker than what I thought we would. Okay, so my PowerPoint presentation tonight will be on the general fund activity for the month of and 5 months ended November. For those of you on the dais, you can refer to page 3 of the financial packet for more detail. So for the first slide, for the month of November, actual revenues of $12,656,459 were higher than budgeted revenues of $9,801,260, resulting in a variance of $2,855,199. This variance is primarily due to timing in property tax. We collected $7.1 million in property tax, and insurance premium license fees. We collected $3.9 million. So for the next slide, for the 5 months ended November, actual revenues of $36,077,018 were higher than budgeted revenues of $33,916,594 for a variance of $2,160,424. This variance is primarily due to timing in property taxes, also due to higher net profits, higher insurance premium license fees, and higher interest income. Our next slide is for the month of November for expenditures. Actuals were $6,435,082, which was higher than budgeted expenditures of $5,496,121 for a variance of $938,961. This variance is primarily due to timing in our maintenance. For the 5 months ended November, our actual expenditures were $31,341,345, which was less than budgeted expenditures of $35,665,376 for a variance of $4,324,031. This variance is primarily due to timing in the transfer to OMU of $2.5 million, supplies, maintenance, and capital, and savings in personnel services of $623,875. And our last slide, as we move through the year, gets to be a little bit more of a story. Our city's monthly revenues and expenses are cyclical, as you can see on the chart, just how cyclical they can be in just 5 months. This is the nature of finances here at the city. Expenses, as depicted by the red bar, will outpace revenues in the warmer months when outdoor activities are in full swing. Likewise, we have months where revenues, as depicted by the green bar, outpace expenditures such as in the months of October and November due to collection of property taxes, and the month of April due to collection of net profits, and we budget accordingly. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to try and answer.
Any questions? No questions. I make the motion to file a report for audit. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion now? Hearing none. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Item 9B, consider personnel appointments.
Thank you, Mayor. For your consideration this evening, we have the following personnel appointment. Brian Mays, probationary full-time, non-civil service appointment to road worker with the street department effective January 2nd, 2024, contingent upon successful completion of all post-offer pre-employment requirements. James Al Wathen, probationary full-time, non-civil service appointment to firefighter with the fire department effective January 2nd, contingent upon successful completion of all post-offer pre-employment requirements. Steve Mentier, probationary full-time, non-civil service promotional appointment to infrastructure manager with the information technology department effective December 31st. Jared Peacock and Joshua Sexton, probationary full-time, non-civil service promotional appointments to driver engineer with the fire department effective December 31st. And Christopher B. Secker, regular full-time, non-civil service appointment to IT project and support manager with the IT department effective December 31st.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve these appointments. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. City manager comments?
I do, Mayor. I'll have two comments tonight.
Oh, no.
I know. It is rare to have two,
We're ahead of
certainly.
schedule. Go ahead.
So it comes up periodically, but every 5 years, the city recognizes our employees on their 5-year service anniversary. So we recognize them after 5, 10, 15, et cetera, years with the city. And it comes up occasionally where we'll have a department head or one of those who you regularly see at these meetings who are celebrating a 5-year service anniversary. So this month, our own Chief Howard is celebrating his 25-year service anniversary with the city. His 25-year anniversary is actually on Thursday, which is the 21st. And so I write them a card on those 5-year anniversaries, and Leland writes on the card as well. And then they get a pin recognizing their difference. So I just wanted to acknowledge Chief Howard for his leadership and efforts and publicly present his card for his 25th
There's nothing in the card?
anniversary. It's not a gift card.
Okay.
It's a thank you card. So it's a note card. I'd write them a note thanking them for their service
Chief,
and
you want to come
contributions.
forward, please?
He doesn't seem too eager to do
Oh,
so.
hey.
That sounded exciting. Sure.
25 years.
And then one other item. Some of you may be familiar with the periodical called the Kentucky Gazette, which is a
Thank you.
You may be familiar with a periodical called the Kentucky Gazette, which covers public affairs and government in our fine Commonwealth. And in their most recent fall edition, they identified 2023 notable women in Kentucky government. And one of those is our very own Angela Waninger, City's Finance and Support Services Director. So I wanted to acknowledge her public acknowledgement. So we know that she does a great job, and so it's good to see her being acknowledged for that on a state level as well. So congratulations and thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Those are my two comments, Mayor. Thank you.
You stole my thunder on that one, I say, but that's okay. All right. Communication from elected officials. Tonight I'm going to go first. Barbara and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. We're truly blessed to be in this community of wonderful people, and we're thankful for our blessings. Secondarily, I was accosted by someone saying, "How come we never see you out?" So I had Adrian print up a little synopsis of all the places I've been in the last less than 30 days. I'm not going to go through all of them, but it's There's a whole bunch. So I just want to let the folks know you're getting their money's worth out of me, and I'm happy to be any place anybody asks me to come, and we try to represent this commission in our city. But there's 2 pages, a page and a half of these things, but I'm not going to go through all of them. So, okay, Commissioner Smith-Wright.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that I went to a Soulful Christmas at the Bluegrass Museum that the H.L. Neblett Center partnered with the Bluegrass Museum, and it was a great show, and it showed that, you know, what can happen when we, you know, collaborate with the entities that are here in our city. And I just want to wish everyone a happy and Merry Christmas, and be safe. Thank you.
Commissioner E. Smith.
I also was at that concert and fundraiser for the Neblett Center, and if I was grouchy and didn't have the Christmas spirit, I am full of it now, so everybody's kind of tired of me dancing around going jingle bells. So, but it was great, and it really was significant to see the use of the Bluegrass Museum for lots of people at our other venues, so that makes you know that we have a successful center that can bring in more than just bluegrass. And they even did a little bluegrass melody too, but they had the Temptations and all kinds of energy in that. The only thing that comes to mind in this season is during this season the words peace on earth seem to mean so much more when we know what all's going on. So just remember everyone, including everybody here in our own community, and be grateful. And I am thankful for everything that we do, from the people that take care of us in the city and take care of each other in community. So Merry Christmas and peace on earth and happy holidays.
So we address you as Sharon, I'm full of it, Neesmith now? Is
You
that what you're
can.
saying?
That would be appropriate, but maybe after January 1st I might change.
All right, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mayor. Makes me wonder if Sharon didn't tap into that bottle of Christmas spirit I gave her. No, I'm kidding. I just want to reflect on the previous year that we've had here in the city. Our city is in good financial shape, and our employees do a great job across the board, be it from our police department, fire department, and all, the parks department. All of the departments do an excellent job, and I just want to thank all of them for the work that they do and the work that we've done here on this commission this past year. It's been a pleasure working with everybody to keep our city progressing the way we have, and all of the amenities that we've worked to give the citizens of the community. And want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and a good, safe New Year also. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Glenn.
Yes, just a couple of things. I also attended the Soul of Christmas. I thought it was a wonderful show, and I want to thank the Bluegrass Museum for having that facility available for that event. I thought it was a perfect match, perfect melt, and a wonderful event. Hope it comes back. Went to the Goodfellows Christmas party. I want to thank OFD and all the folks from the fire department who were there working it. Great event, always heart-rendering to see people in need come together on that one day to not just get gifts, but to have fun and enjoy the spirit of the season. Thanks to the Messenger Inquirer and all the great work they do with Goodfellows. Finally, the last thing I want to say is that I had an odd experience where I worked 2 hours in a row ringing Salvation Army bells, and kind of like Sharon, that got me in the mood because it was amazing how many people gave and just took time out of their day, particularly to encourage their children to drop change or $1 in the bucket. And again, we have so many great nonprofits that do great work in our community throughout the year. So I want to thank each and every one of them, including the Salvation Army. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year, 2024. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve with each one of you on this commission. We're doing great work, and I continue to look forward to a new year where we continue that progress on behalf of the city.
Okay, item 11, open public forum. Members of the audience are invited to address the City Commission on any matter of public concern that was not on tonight's agenda. Comments are limited to issues within the scope and responsibility of this commission. The commission meetings are held to conduct city business for the benefit of Owensboro citizens and taxpayers. At this time, anyone who wishes to address the City Commission, please make their way to the podium to be recognized. Speakers must state their name and address for the clerk's record. Get out of here. Okay. No one moving forward, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Could I have a second?
Aye.